Hey fellas, Rusty coming at you, and today we're going to be taking a look at a Rough Ryder Splitback Whittler. So there you can see the Splitback, and what happens if you don't know is two springs operate the center blade, or in this case the primary blade, and then they split and they come out here. So one spring is going to be operating the blade on this side, and one spring is going to be operating the blade on this side. So I did a little research, and from what I could tell, this is an early one. This is released in 2003. Now you guys got to understand, I think Rough Ryder calls their start date, if you will, 1994. So this is 9 years into it. RR106, if you can see that. But it's also not a lot of knives. I mean, at some time, they're making more knives today than they did in the first 10 years, it seems like. We have a flat ground or a saber grind. So the grind, primary grind, only comes up halfway. That usually indicates, oh, that might be a hollow. I do think that's a hollow. So sometimes you can tell by if you can get your reflection to, bend. Yeah, I do think maybe. Actually has a pretty nice swedge and a match strike, a nail nick. It's smooth across the back here. And we'll go ahead and close this one up. And I can tell you, actually, I paid $15 for this, guys. And for $15, it's a heck of a knife. Now, I did clean it up, and I did soak it in mineral oil. And the mineral oil turned the bone. I would say this was amber bone, and it turned it into a bit more honey looking. So there we go. I love this shield. I believe this is called the Rough Ryder, the propeller shield. So taking a peek at that, let's go ahead and take a look at our other blade. It's a nice little clip point. And I have this same pattern in red bone. And for those of you following me, I collect red bone and amber bone, and saw cut bone and gun stock bone. Mostly if I'm looking at Rough Ryders, if I see something along those lines, I'll take an extra look at it. So a little bit of height differential here. I think it's actually the spring is lower than the middle spacer or liner, if you will. So what happens is that spring goes down, but it still, it works well. So go ahead and close that up. And our final blade is a pen blade. And if you guys watch me long enough, I'm usually calling this one a clip point at this time. But it would be super if this was a coping blade. And I do have an example for that. So I'm not sure if a pen blade is traditional on this pattern. And same thing, the spring dips a bit, but not as much on this side. And it's active. So notice the hump back. Well, they'll talk about that here later. And notice the ringed bolsters, or lined, or threaded, whatever you guys call them. It's a pretty fancy knife. It's a nice pocket style knife. We're going to bring out one comparison, and I'm still looking for information on this. This is a Boker, that much I know, and I want to say from the information I could find, it's in Brown Appaloosa. Now in the video when I shot this, I called this one a Splitback and turned it over, and lo and behold, it's not. But we got two springs, and it does get wider. I swear somehow it just seems to get wider. So hopefully that's not in my head. And what they went and did is just made the springs shim, kind of not really sure what you'd call it. This has a heraldic shield, but this is a carpenter's whittler. So it's got a serpentine and not the, what is that? Oh, the humpback. It has a tree brand etch on here. And if you do some looking, in 2008, Boker released this. It says Solingen, Germany. Stainless. So they released a brown Appaloosa bone with a heraldic shield in 2008 in a carbon steel. And it said Tree Brand Classic, I think under Tree Brand. This one doesn't say that. I do think it's an authentic Boker. And I gotta tell you, the Rough Ryder. Yep, the Rough Ryder has the springs beat. And I paid $70 for this Boker, if memory serves me right. Carpenter's Whittler. So it's sort of like, it reminds me of a Stockman. Yeah, you don't find a pen blade on a lot of Stockmans, but you do find a pen blade on some Stockmans. But here we go with that pen blade. Good fit and finish. I think the bone looks good as well, feels smooth. And then here we go. And one of my favorites about this is this blade. And this is a coping blade. So that would, to me, I don't do any whittling, but that would just be a beautiful, you know, if you're going to put like, oh, if you're doing if you're carving a pumpkin or something, eyelashes, wrinkles in the nose, you know, teeth, that kind of thing. This one will get you a nice, fine working blade for detail type work. Now, I wonder if this one is bent. And why do I wonder that? Because when I let her drop, she hits the liner. So I have to push it in a touch in order to keep it off the liner. So we'll set this one out. And those are two examples of whittlers. And here comes my third. And I'm very proud of this one, very happy to own this. This would be along the lines of a half whittler. For case, that's a 46 pattern. I think they have a 062, 046, the half whittler. And this is a little bit fancier than the case. It's a little bit bigger than the case half whittler. This is the 32 pattern from Great Eastern Cutlery. And Great Eastern Cutlery did this one and called it the Engineer. So we're looking at that top swedge if we can. The blade on this one was, what do we call it? Patinaed, pretty good. I bought this one used. There's a look at our ebony wood. Also with the ringed bolsters. Now this one is on a single spring. And that's part of what ultimately led to me getting this one. I was looking at a single bladed Barlow. I wanted something, a single blade that's slim with a clip point. And when I got this one, when I saw this one for sale for less than, $50 less than their single bladed Barlows, I decided I could use that second blade. And in this case, that's a pen blade. And this is just the style that Great Eastern Cutlery has. This pen blade will compare to our other pen blades. So this is about the Rough Ryder, and this is the Boker. So the Rough Ryder has this belly up front, and a little point, and actually I'm not sure which one is pointier. Looks like the Boker, and the Rough Ryder has a bigger sort of a belly right there. So bring out our GEC, take a look what he's done with the clip blade, or excuse me, the pen blade. I love it. I love it. It's just got this extra point, if you will, where it kind of comes like a spear point actually. Top swedge on there, that's designed to keep the blades from rubbing. So put that away. We'll go ahead and close this up. Okay, so guys, actually this is not a bad knife, this Rough Ryder. Kind of put it like so. And we'll put this one out there. And I can tell I've gone on long enough, so I want to thank you guys for hanging with me. Bye now.